Hello everybody, I'm Jen Inglis, the director of the Whitman Public Library, and we're going to start doing some clips talking about books that we love, and movies that we love, and magazines that we love. And for the very first one, I'm going to pick my favorite book of 2008 so far. It's called the Guernsey Literary and Potato Peel Pie Society. It's a mouthful, but it's an excellent, excellent book. It's basically about this woman who writes a column for the London Times during World War II, and her job is to try and lighten the mood because everybody's so upset and sad and things are being destroyed. So she writes a humorous column, and then one day she gets a letter from somebody who lives on the island of Guernsey, and they start a correspondence by mail talking back and forth about what life was like on the island during the war. On the island of Guernsey, the Germans were occupying the island, and the folks who lived there weren't allowed to be out after a certain time, so they had a curfew. And this one group of people had gone to dinner at someone's house, and they had a secret pig that they had raised, and they weren't allowed to have pigs because that's food. And so they kept the pig, and then they had this fantastic meal, and they were walking home from their dinner, and it was after curfew, and they got stopped by the soldiers, and they were asked what they were doing, and one member of the group said, "Oh, well, we were having a book discussion group," just randomly off the top of their head. And so the name of the book discussion group became the Guernsey Literary Society. And then they decided that they were actually going to have a book group. And they got together, and everybody would try and bring some food. But they didn't have a lot of food because it was all going to the Germans. And so someone brought a potato peel pie. And so it was made with the scraps of potato peels. And they started calling their book group the Guernsey Literary and Potato Peel Pie Society. And it sounds really strange and really silly, but if you're interested in writing letters or emails and corresponding with people you care about, or if you're interested in history, or you're interested in just seeing how people survive wartime and times of trouble, this is a fantastic book. It's really short. You can read it very quickly in a couple of hours, and the second I put it down, I wanted to turn around and pick it up again. And I bought this, and I bought a copy to share, and I've been passing it along to people in the library. It's doing really well in the bookstore, and even more poignant is that the author, Shaffer, learned about Guernsey in the 70s, I guess, and all her life she wanted to write about this society and what had happened there during World War II. And so as she got older, she decided to write the story. And as she was working on it, she got really ill. And so her niece, Annie Barrows, who's a children's book author, decided to help her with the book. And the two of them were able to finish the book. But before it was published, the aunt, Shaffer, actually died. So she never got to see the book published. So it adds a little bit more to the story that's told, and I highly recommend this to everybody. History buffs, people who like to read newspapers, people who like to laugh. There's some really neat characters, so if you like to read about people, this is the book for you. So thanks a lot, and we'll be talking about books all the time.